People, Kenny E with Daniken Aquatics with Danny E, and we all know this gentleman, Mr. Redfish Bluefish himself, and we are at his awesome gallery he has going on here. So Jason, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing great, man. I appreciate you and Danny coming out and hanging out with me here at Green Bank Farm and the soon-to-be shop studio. It's as you know, it's an ongoing build.
Nice. Well, if you guys are wondering about our weird arrangement, we had this killer layout where we we're going to have all these extremely cool angles in Jason's shop, but too many electronics in one area. Bad. It was making this high-pitched echoey thing. So we got Danny out in the truck, and we got Jason out on the outside of the property. When he comes in, what we've decided we'll do is he's going to put his down as low as he can so he can show you some of his tanks and whatnot. I'll warn you guys, there might be a little echo there. Matter of fact, when he comes in, I'll probably shut my mouth even just so he can show you. If you have questions, just give us a question down in the chat, and then I'll ask Jason, and there'll be a little echoing, and he can explain. And just know that there will be some echoes when he comes in to show you the tanks that he already has set up. So with that, let me do my normal that I always do at the beginning of every stream. Introduce everybody, and thank you for coming. So at the very top, looks like we have Fish on Tank Ticks, and Miss Candy Overhauls, Peppermint Creek Aquatics, good to see you. Catfish Terry in the house, always good to see you, sir. Dragon Lair, great to see you. Kevin John Doe, good to see you. D3 Virium, great to see you. Amy with Sand Creek Aquatics, good to see you. And Pam with Bunchy Pates, great to see you. And Select Pet, good to see you. Sean OTD in the house, good to see you, Sean. Mr. Cody Son, always great to see you. Don Gallagher, great to see you. And I'm getting close, I think.
Select Pet.
Yep, already said hello to Select Pet. Ray's Aquatics, good to see you. And guys, I'm trying to get it. We were a little late getting started. Jay's African Cichlids, good to see you. Wanted to make sure everybody, Brian with Natural Aquariums, good to see you. Cichlids 23 in the house, good to see you. Carol, always great to see you. Carol Broswell, Rockin' Fish, nice to meet you. Lori Becker in the house, Darlene Tanks, great to see you. The other Tiffany, always wonderful to see you. And looks like we got Mr. Griffin in the house. Good to see you, Griffin Fish Room. And that looks like I'm at the end, guys. If I missed anybody, I do apologize. Ian's Atkins, good to see you.
Rocking Fish? Did you say hi to them? Okay.
Yep. So anyway, guys, before I rudely interrupted, we're with Jason with Redfish Bluefish. And he has got an amazing studio. Absolutely loving what I'm looking at up here. I will probably try to do a quick video before I leave because I want to drop some of the footage in case we miss some during the stream. I think Jason can pretty much show you guys a lot of the stuff. Some of the stuff I don't even think I want to show you yet till he gets it dialed and he gets a chance to shoot it first. But yeah, he's got some awesome stuff going on here. So Jason, tell us a little bit about what you got going on here. You know, the lay of the land, what the property was. Kind of give us an idea what you got.
Okay, really appreciate you guys coming out and sharing with me, and it means a lot to me. So we're basically located in Green Bank, Washington. Green Bank, Washington is basically the centralmost city on Whidbey Island. Now, Whidbey Island is a pretty good sized city, pretty good sized island located in the Puget Sound. And this place is called Green Bank Farm. It was a farm that was originally built in 1904. And it was originally about close to 200 acres, I believe. And they basically raised cattle on this farm. And, they had some great success. And unfortunately, tragedy struck. The cattle didn't do well. They got sick. And, they basically converted this farm after that into a massive berry farm, basically, to grow berries. This is a big part of the U.S. where a lot of berry cultivation and propagation goes on. And it was very successful as a berry farm for many, many years. And then in the early 2000s, when the financial troubles hit so many, this place found itself in some pretty hot water. And it was about to basically go into foreclosure, essentially. And there were some plans for some very wealthy land developers. They were drawing up some plans to basically come into this place and scrape it off the face of the planet, basically, and turn it into housing tract developments. Luckily, local people on the island, they pulled their resources, they pulled their money, reached pretty deep in their pockets, and they set up a land trust. And through this land trust, the community was able to save this property. And essentially, through a lot of time, a lot of effort, slowly convert it. It's still a functional farm, but much of it has been converted to commercial spaces. So shops, there's a restaurant, there's a bakery, there's a wine and cheese shop. There's it's a huge, you've seen the grounds out here. There's an Audubon birding trail out here. There's wetlands that is actually a nature preserve behind the farm. There are public gardens, and there's a native plant garden as well. The entire front of the farm, when you're coming in, the first thing that should stand out to most visitors is they're going to notice a huge array of solar panels all in the front. And that's because the farm produces their own electricity. So we produce our own power. We have our own well. It's a deep water well that's fed by a really deep aquifer. On top of that, we handle all of our own septic and waste management. So we're really pretty self-sufficient here at Green Bank Farm. So it's pretty amazing. So long story made short, there are a lot of shops here, very successful shops, galleries, art galleries, that sort of thing. They were very successful for many years. And unfortunately, this pandemic came along and, well, you know what happened. A lot of people had to close up shops, a lot of businesses, really this whole thing has hit small businesses, day one. It started impacting small businesses. So the sort of a knock-on effect is that a lot of the shops out here closed down, they closed their doors, they went out of business. So that's kind of where we are today.
And then from this, Jason's art gallery is here. Like I said, guys, I can envision he kind of walked me through what he's got in the plans in the future. And I'm telling you guys, if you don't get, go to Jason's channel, hit the like, subscribe, and definitely the bell to let you know that he's got a video dropping, because this guy is going to be amazing when he's done. It's going to be a work of art, man. So
you guys are way too kind, way too kind.
I just know the fish fam, and I know what people like. You forget, Jason, I just did the whole tour around the country, so I got a pretty good feel for what their hot buttons are. So anyway, what you got going on this week, Daniela?
I don't know. I think I'm going to be doing another edition of the Fish Fam Females live stream on Thursday that Susan does. And that's, well, and other than trying to do some aquascaping, I don't have any big plans. Why? What are you up to, Ken?
Just that good old looking for a job thing. But yeah, Jason has got behind me, as you can see, he does have some fish already in here, which is really, really cool. Oh, wow, Jason. As you can see, he's showing you what he's got going on the outside of the building here. If you're looking, this is what you have to drive into to get to this place. It's like an amazing, like, picturesque artsy feel. I mean, go ahead, correct however I meant to say the word, Danielle. Say it.
Picturesque.
Thank you. As Danny said. But
Hi, Bentley.
how you doing, Bentley? Good to see you. Also wanted to say hello to Manes, Tails, Spurs, and Fins. Little Miss Jessica, good to see you. And I also see Color Guppies and Susan for SLC Aquatics in the house. Good to see you, Susan. And always one of my great mods, Chewy LTD, and Miss Candy Overhauls. Good to see you guys. Priscilla MK, also great to see you. Brad with Mr. Fisher. Great to see you, sir.
Yeah, I took a walk around the property here and went into the pie shop and bought one of the pies. And when I was buying the pie, there was a lady that came running in after me, and she's like, "I see you don't have any huckleberry pies on the shelf. Do you have any more?" And the gal behind the counter says, "I'm really sorry. We sold the last one just about an hour ago." And they said, "Oh darn, we loved it so much. We tried it yesterday, and we came back today because we're having company tomorrow. We wanted to have that to serve them." So apparently the pies are really, really good. I haven't had the chance to try one yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, Candy. Danny did get a couple of guppies today. We stopped at good old Aquarium Co-op because he is the only one who has the bug bites.
Look like,
So, of course, on the way out, Danny spots some other guppies she wanted. So what kind of guppies were you, Danielle?
I don't remember their name. I think it was like a Vienna guppy or something like that. I don't remember.
Well, you only got the guppy expert sitting here with us, so maybe we should say, so, when you get home to do the video, you know what it is you're shooting.
That'd be good. Bentley Pasco says the Marionberry pie is super good. You know what? That's the kind I got.
Yeah, Bentley came out, and you guys already know he did a fantastic job of the interview. I mean, the guy's ninja editing. He's a ninja at editing.
Seriously, yes.
We definitely visited the pie shop, Whidbey Pies, and yes, the Marionberry has a reputation.
Oh, there's a good friend of mine from Australia, Lana Perez. Good to see you. Lani, she was
Lani.
Lani, okay. Yeah,
I think. And Candy, did you hear what Candy said? Candy said,
I offered for you to be in here.
I know.
You better.
She's telling you, Kenny, you aren't going to live this down soon, leaving Miss Danny in the truck. I was good when Redfish Bluefish was just doing the pan around. I almost went up to the front of the truck and started waving. I don't know. I don't think they're Vienna swords. They just called them a Vienna guppy. I think. I think that was the name.
Jason's right there. Why don't you pull them out and show Jason, and he'll tell you what they are.
we can try to figure out. There's so many names for guppies. I mean,
yeah.
It's spin the wheel, man. When it comes to guppies, this is a purple mosaic rainbow tiger galaxy pineapple head tiger. Okay, man. I'm sure it's a
guppy. So yeah. But otherwise, if I tried to crawl into the back seat, I'm not going to try to be a gymnastic expert and try to get back there at the moment, though. Maybe after the stream.
Yeah, we had to space ourselves out about 12 to 16 feet apart to overcome this bizarre audio echo we were getting.
Yeah.
Lenny Perez, thank you for the $5 super chat. Much appreciated. Not expected, but greatly appreciated. Thank you so much.
Oh, Sand Creek Aquatics 2 wants to know if they ship pies.
Actually, I think they do. Believe it or not, I do think they do.
Well, the pies, I'm telling you, looking over there, yeah, those were.
Okay, Candy just answered my question. She says if they are the Vienna guppies, which I'm pretty sure they are, those are from Corey's personal fish room.
Oh.
Ooh.
But we're going to have to check those out for sure before you guys leave then. I want to see that.
Yes. Hey, Charles. Good to see you, sir. Now, in case y'all didn't know either, another good friend of mine, it's Jessica with Maine's Tails, Spurs and Fins, and Chubbs do a show by the name of Down by the Bayou. And they do it every Monday night, 9 p.m. Also, there's another person in here, Priscilla, has it's an art where she draws art. That's at 9 p.m. on Mondays as well. But yeah, got two friends going at the same time, so I got two computers going every Monday. But it's awesome. Though. They both are great shows, guys. If you get a chance, check them out this weekend.
And thank you, Chewy, for asking Candy. That was sweet. Very, very cool.
So, Jason, tell us about a little bit about the guppies you got going on, brother.
The Guppies I have going on in here right now. This is a strain that I imported from Thailand. It's been more than 2 years ago, about 2.5 years ago or something. And I played with them for a while. You know, they had nice tails, but I kind of wanted to improve their tails a little bit, make their tails a little bit bigger. You know, they're a little bit underwhelming, I thought, and I just started playing with them and breeding them more and more, and kind of breeding the offspring back to parents, and then you have to diversify the fry that get output from that, all that stuff, and came up with some decent guppies with much larger tails than they had, and that's basically as guppies will always do. A trio of guppies quickly became 100 guppies, which came thousands of guppies. So I distributed these guys as much as I can, and the ones that I have in the shop right now are just they're kind of my cycle fish, kind of using them to cycle these aquariums out.
I'm gonna steal a couple.
Oh, please do. Please steal more than a couple. Please steal all you want. Yeah, I moved them up here about 3 nights ago, 2 or 3 days ago, 2 and 3 days ago, I should say, because I got this new product. I've never tried it before. I've tried similar products, really similar product, but this one has a really good reputation. I ordered a large bottle of it, and it's from Fritz, and it's called Fritzime Freshwater 700. So you have to keep it refrigerated, sort of thing. It comes to you, in the mail. It's already cold. It's got a cold pack in there, and it's got a great reputation. So I use some of that product. It's kind of an instant cycle liquid that you add. It has all the bacteria already in it, and I added some of that to the aquariums, a couple days ago, and there's some guppies in. And right now we're at the cycle the tanks stage.
What are you laughing about over there?
His natural aquarium said, always nice to have a good tail.
Yes. It is always very nice to have a good tail. So they're in there right now. In fact, I think I got 4 green tiger barbs in there, and 6 or 7 cardinal tetras, and a whole armada of guppies.
So you got a question from Anowski Takes there, Jason. It says, that redfish bluefish, the redfish, that your facility is open for a fish lover to come visit?
Hold on a second. I'm getting an audio echo. What was that again? Could you repeat the question?
He basically wants to know, are fish lovers allowed to come visit your place?
Oh, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Of course. Yeah, absolutely. No. So we're very much in the process of setting things up right now. And, with shortages and glass shortage, everything from glass shortages to food shortages to equipment shortages to animal shortages. All that stuff is going on. With that said, come on by. We're in the process of setting up, and we're certainly not open yet. But, if anyone's in the area and they kind of like to stick their head in and kind of see what's going on and kind of get a lay of the land, sure, just contact me. Just hit me up on my YouTube channel and let me know you'd like to come out. We'll work it out.
That's what Ken and I did.
Yeah. And now,
just like they did. Just email me. I'll be like, okay, yeah, come on.
Yeah, the only thing that I know that's he sets you up, man, because you come in, you check it out. He's got one little section done, and he's like, now you got to come back again. Because I'll be up there. Curiosity will make you come back 15 times. I mean, but Jason, the thing about it, when I come up here, he takes me and shows me a bunch of cool stuff. Kind of gives me the layout of the land, how this island works, what's cool, what's not. And I mean, it's just an amazing adventure. The only thing that you'll be upset when you come is time seems to go like this instead of nice and chill. It's like, and it's time to go home again because it just seems like it's that quick.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
that's a very true thing. I mean, little backstory. I live here because I came up here with my wife and my child on a vacation, an innocent vacation years ago, and I had read about the island. I just kind of Googled it. I was looking for nice, chill, getaway places to, to just have a nice vacation, sort of family vacation. And we came up here and spent, I think, 10 days here, and this is years ago. And those 10 days felt like 4 days. I mean, definitely we had 10 full days. I counted them off for sure. No one stole my days. But, at the end of it, 10 days really felt like 4 or 5 days. And before we knew it, it was time to leave. And we kind of decided, at that point, everything felt right. There's something about this place. We've got to move here. That's kind of how it happened. It just started with a vacation.
And to answer the question in the chat, it cost Ken and I to take the ferry over here $23 or $25.35, and we had 2 people in the vehicle.
And that was
round trip.
So
Yeah.
And the thing about the trip across, depending on the time of year you come, there's a chance you're going to see either killer whales. And Jason, I'm trying to remember, what was the other whale that you could see out here? There was the killer, and what was the other?
The grays. Yeah, the
grays.
The gray whales and the killer whales are the 2 big ones. And then, a lot of porpoises and stuff like that. And yeah, the salmon fishing is big up here. I think we actually pointed out to you guys, we were driving around earlier and I was pointing stuff out. I pointed out a place called Bush Point. Bush Point is kind of a piece of land that kind of juts out from the water. And every year we get these massive salmon runs up here that all congregate around Bush Point. So it's really nice. Once a year up here, you can just get you a 2 or 3 day fishing license. It's really affordable, and throw your lures in the water out there and see if you can hook yourself a salmon. It's not every day you can catch a salmon, man.
Carolyn Braswell said, so I just subscribed to Redfish Bluefish. Thanks for the link, Peplin Creek.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's very kind. Peplin Creek is a good dude. Danny, you spent some time with old Pep, right?
No, Ken did.
Oh, the other Danny. I said the other Danny. No,
we had a good night, man.
Yeah, you spent some time with Pat, man. I saw you were telling me that he's a woodworking genius, isn't he?
Oh yeah,
all kinds of stuff going on. Table saws and routers and oh yeah.
Yep.
Might have to go harass Peplin Creek Aquatics one of these days with a flatbed truck and get them to make me a whole bunch of aquarium stands, like real aquarium stands, like not the ones I make.
Aww. Jeremy just wrote, hi, Daniken. Always amazing to see you guys. Daxton stopped in his tracks when he saw his favorite fish people.
Daxton is our grandson.
And Dink Tank says, salmon man sounds creepy.
Salmon man.
What's creepy about salmon? They're a fish too. Don't discriminate.
So Susan's asking how your battery is, Jason. How's your battery holding up?
The battery holding up on the phone?
Yeah, I think so.
I actually can't even tell. I can't tell in this stream yard. It totally covers up my battery. I'm afraid to touch anything. No, actually, I did use StreamYard for a short period of time, and the little controls on the front when you're on mobile. Oh boy, it's really easy to mess things up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Peplin Creek just said, anytime, Jason, my door is open.
All right. You get those table saws lubed up. You put some wood through that thing.
Don't you want to just go crazy in his wood shop? Oh my gosh, I was thinking the stands I could make, the things I could do.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. He can do all kinds of crown molding work in there with that equipment. I mean, some of that equipment that he's got is not cheap. It's not cheap. And it's not easy to run that stuff either. It's really easy to take your fingers off with it. That's really easy.
That's the reason we'll never have it, Danielle. I'm a nightmare with equipment. So let me welcome to the chat, Roxy with Foxy's Fishes and Jake Tanks to the house. Good to see you. And I hope I haven't missed anyone. I've been trying to keep up. Big J Fish Keeper in the house. Good to see you. And Big A's Aquariums.
Oh. So Chewy says that one of the guppy breeders from Spain has Vienna sword tails, and his name is Carlos. And it has a line that was developed in Vienna. So that's cool. And he left the link, so I'll have to go check that out.
So, Jason, so what are some of the big plans you have in the future for this place? Got anything cool that's coming down the pipeline?
Well, as far as the shop studio goes, right now we're very much in just let's get these tanks cycled out as quickly as possible mode. The main rush, I mean, we're certainly not finished, but the main rush is kind of over. My initial task was to get the racks behind you that people can see fully populated with all the equipment, the lights, the filtration, get the filtration put in, the distribution put in. Basically right now we're just like quick cycling these aquariums, making sure we get a really healthy bacterial colony formed in each one. Probably starting tomorrow, I'm going to start measuring for ammonia, and there's certainly ammonia in those aquariums right now. I fed the fish in them today purposefully. I overfed them a little bit because I want that decaying food in there. I want the fish pooping in there. I want them to create ammonia at this point, because we've got an initial bacterial bed seeded in there with the Fritzime 700. So starting tomorrow, I'm gonna start monitoring the tanks, and as soon as ammonia levels start dropping, as they should pretty soon, we'll probably hit them with another dose of colony starter. Give them a few more days. Probably hit them with an overfeeding purposefully again. And at that point, we'll be ready. We'll really be ready. At that point, I would say we're probably a week to 10 days out from getting in a first import, a first shipment. The first shipment will be coming in from Europe. I'm a big believer in quality over quantity. Is what I believe in. And when it comes to fish, when it comes to shrimp, animals, plants for that matter, I'm really a quality over quantity guy. And there's kind of two ways you can go about it for the most part. You can go to like a really good domestic source or a European source or, a short list of Asian sources and get quality over quantity. What I mean is you're going to pay a little bit more for the animals, right? So you won't be able to get as many. But those animals are going to be in way better shape than you would normally get from, let's say, run-of-the-mill suppliers in Florida, these mass suppliers in Florida, or even better example, mass suppliers out of East and Southeast Asia. So the first shipment that I'll be bringing in is specifically from Europe because the Europeans do quality over quantity very well. So that's kind of where we are right now.
So Priscilla said that Fritz 700 that you're using is like the best, and she also said turbo start, and then KG Cichlid says make that water nasty.
I'm happy that Priscilla is giving props to the Fritzime because she knows her stuff. If she knows, if she's saying, "Oh yeah, that's the good stuff," that's what I want to hear, man.
I'm going to tell you guys now, if you want to see what Priscilla's like, I just dropped her video. Was that this morning or yesterday? Yesterday. Go back and check that out. I mean, it shows a little bit. That's her work aquariums. Now, I ran out of time. I would have loved to have been able to shoot her personal, which I have a feeling are probably like 5 times the level of her fishing, would be my guess. But anyway, check that out. I'm serious. I agree with everything Jason's saying. The girl knows her stuff.
I'm really happy that I'm hearing good things about it. I mean, when you take the lid off and you smell it, it smells like brimstone, like straight up, like the gates of hell have opened. And you're like, oh my God, am I supposed to, and then you start reading the instructions. And in the instructions, it says, yes, we know it smells like hell. It's safe. Trust us, it's got some sulfides in it. That's what the bacteria eat when they're in stasis. Oh, okay. So I added it, and sure enough, it causes cloudiness just as it says it will, because, you just dumped a whole bunch of bacteria and stuff in there. And the cloudiness is certainly starting to clear up. It's almost gone, I'd say. As long as it does its job, just get that bacterial colony started as soon as possible.
Wanted to say hello to Kentucky fam, and Nathan Fishboy's in the house. And then Diego from Alex comes running in and says, Kenny E, Danny E, redfish, bluefish E.
Yeah. What's up, Nathan Fishboy? How you doing, my friend?
So, well, I think what I might do, Jason, so we can at least let them see some of the guppies you've already got, is I'm going to put my mic on mellow, and I'm just going to put you and Danny up for the moment. I'll take myself off, and I'm thinking that's going to eliminate any echo you might be picking up on my end.
Okay.
That should make it so where you should be able to at least show your fish and whatnot.
Okay,
Yeah.
So you're going to go on mute, and then I'm
going to go on mute, take myself off. It'll be you and Danny, and they should be able to see without hearing feedback from my mic.
Gotcha.
So let's do it.
All right, let me see if I can do this thing. No?
I'll help you.
Let's see. How do we switch it? How do we switch this thing? Here we go. I got it.
Yep, there you go.
How about that?
All right, dude.
Okay. Well, hopefully people can still hear me. We're in the shop here. You see, I got a lot of aquariums laying around. I got 75 gallons, a bunch of lights I imported specifically for 75 gallons. You see that they're really nicely sized. Got a few more of these 75s coming in, hopefully Tuesday next week. Got a couple of 40s over here that I'm just getting ready to get set up. This is one that I think I got these about a year ago. Painted the back up on them. Good old spray paint. Kind of hard to beat it. But anyway, these are the main racks. This is what we're starting with. And these are 15 20-gallon longs set up with the the skinny side facing out. These are racks that I built in my garage out of lumber. Put these on recently. Got these long supports on. These are the supports for my air manifold. This is what air gets distributed through. Down here on the end, we have a bleed valve. That's this red thing. In case you want to turn it a little bit, it lets some air out. And that little thing that I'm kind of pointing at there, that's a silencer. That's so if you use the bleed valve to let some air out to relieve pressure, you won't get this really annoying hissing sound, which is not nice to look at all. We got another 15 20-gallon longs here. Well, this is what we've got set up so far. Basically, in the next 2 or 3 days, what you're going to see here, basically you see this seam here, what I'm pointing at, this seam, and this kind of triangular area here. What I'm going to be putting here is one more rack with 3 aquariums on it. 1, 2, 3. And that will basically seal off this somewhat unsightly, I guess you could call it a joist or where these 2 racks meet here. And those aquariums will have their backs painted black so you cannot see through them. And that'll kind of close off this corner here. That'll give us 33 aquariums. It's about, it's a lot of water. So show you guys a little bit of the filtration I decided to go with. These are sponge filters, as you can tell. Each one of these are ATI sponge filters. Each one of these are rated for up to 40 gallons. So as you can see, plenty of filtration set up. They're actually connected to these linear piston air pumps. These are the Meadow Blower made by, oh gosh, who makes these? Oh, the name escapes me for the moment, but this is the LP26. I have 2 of them, one for one rack and one for the other. got that going on here. And here's the water plant. This is a 275-gallon IBC tote, RO unit that does 1,200 gallons per day. And basically, this just makes water, and it dumps clean RO water directly into here. And once we have all the water that we want, well, that's the bilge pump that pumps it out. Pumps it out via this line here, and it's got this little closed valve on the end of it. Open, close, open, close. Make sure that we don't have any unnecessary spills in here. So, let's give you a little view. It's a real mess in here. It's not set up just yet, but I just decided I'd give you a view of some fish. Why not? We're not exactly open for business just yet, but why not? These are some of my little Platinum Galaxy Tiger Guppies. These guys are real pretty.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah, these little guys are proud of those platinum colors. This little guy here, you see, that little guy there, he's going to be great. The one that I'm pointing at.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be really, really nice.
Amazing.
That's Ken. So we basically, these are all the offspring. Some of them are coals. Some of them are absolutely fantastic. All these fish are really good. And then I got some lone cardinal tetras in here and some mean old green tiger barbs. 4 tiger barbs and some cardinal tetras. These are basically my personal fish that I've had in various aquariums at my house. And I just decided, well, boys, you have been promoted. You are now cycle fish.
Oh.
So all these guys are swimming around.
Hi, Holly Gibbs.
So that's kind of what we got going on in here right now. As you can see, I purposefully definitely overfed them for sure. They're still kind of freaked out. I put them in here recently. As you can tell, this guy looks like he's just been through a freaking war. He's like, oh, what have I just been through? He's traumatized because he was put in a bucket for about a half a day and then thrown in here, and he's like, oh man, I've had enough. But yeah, as you can tell, I purposefully overfed these guys. They're still kind of freaked out, but I really need to get some ammonia generating in here as soon as possible to feed those helpful bacteria.
That's great. Want to say hi to Carrie from Science Gal Aquatics and Gnarly Fish Tanks. How are you doing? Yeah, so for those of you that just joined, we are at Jason's Redfish Bluefish new studio gallery fish store thing that he's opening up. And these are the racks that he has in place. And we're super excited to be here. Kenny and I drove up here earlier today, spend the day with Jason and just hang out and talk fish and see his new place. And we're really excited about it.
And as you can tell, there's just all kinds of junk everywhere. But you know, in my defense, I totally feel like that's super duper normal. Like when you're opening a fish store, it's got to be normal, you know?
Yeah. So, Candy, are you talking about because Ken opened the door to the truck? Candy just said at Danica Aquatics, it was very kind of you to give Danny some air. Never fear, folks. I have plenty of oxygen. So Natural Aquariums is asking, Jason, are you going to run some substrate and plants?
Oh yes, for sure. Yeah, I am a big time plant guy. I love my plants. Got to have them. Got to have my little green friends. Basically, the tanks the stock tanks. I mean, okay, there's no stock in it yet, but the animal tanks that I was just showing you guys. I am not actually a big fan. It's just totally a personal thing. I don't mean to make anybody mad. I don't like the glass bottom look in aquariums. I just don't. So One thing I can say is next step is I'm going to be going to a local. I don't think you can call them a quarry, but a local stone supplier here on the island. I'm going to be picking up a large bulk supply of just regular old pea gravel, and I'm going to be putting pea gravel in these stock tanks. I'm a fan of either like just a light layer of sand or like a really light layer of gravel, something in the bottom. Fish seem to really appreciate that. They seem to do better with it.
Okay, so several people in the chat, as well as Mr. Fish Sir, they want to know what the name of your store is going to be.
It's very hard to remember. It's gonna be red fish, blue fish. That's it. That's it. That's it. I kicked a lot of names back and forth, and I kind of tortured myself, like, oh, maybe I should call it this and that, and yeah, I already have the name. What am I doing? You know?
I got one going through my brain right now. Zentastic. Because I'm telling you, you're zen here, man. It's just chill.
Appreciate it, man. You know, a really a great part of this location where the shop is basically being stood up is that there's a whole lot more to do here at Green Bank Farm than just this shop. And by the way, please come by and visit the shop. I really appreciate it. But if you do choose to come out to Green Bank Farm and pay us a visit, just be aware that, you know, this place is massive. There is an Audubon birding trail. You can bring your cameras, all of your equipment, take photographs of amazing, you know, finches and all kinds of wildlife. There's a public garden, and the gardens are run and maintained by volunteers, retired people, basically volunteers on the island. And then we have another part of the garden, which is a native plants garden, specifically native plants that are native to Washington. And you can walk through there and learn about it. And then behind, you know, this property is basically a nature preserve that's a wetland. So you can see herons in there, all kinds of really cool birds and wildlife. And then, you know, there's dog walking trails, there's jogging trails. We have I don't know how many million-gallon pond right over there with all kinds of frogs and fish and stuff in it. It's a pretty interesting place. Pretty interesting place to come spend a day. And we have pie and cheese and wine.
And what could be better? Fish store, pie, cheese, and wine. Seriously.
Exactly.
Could you ask for anything else?
Buy a pie, eat it. Buy 3 bottles of wine, drink all of them. Come to my shop and spend all your money. Just kidding. No, don't do that.
So
personally make sure you get home.
I will call you a taxi.
Priscilla says, oh my God, sounds like so much fun. I need to do it Kenny style, 2 weeks, but only go up to that way.
Exactly, yeah. No, all joking aside, there's a dog walking trails. There's a huge fenced in off leash, like kind of doggy playground area. I mean, most people that I think visit Green Bank Farm do so with the dog, and they just kind of like let their dog go in the safe area, and then they just walk around and buy cheese and wine and like, look at nature and stuff. It's pretty cool. I can do that.
Yes, this is awesome.
That's awesome, Nathan, that you got some nice clay pots for your cichlid cakes. That's awesome. And while I am on subject to you, Griffin, I want to take the time. Did I say Nathan? I meant Griffin. Griffin, congratulations on the clay pots. Griffin, I wanted to express my sorrows to you, sir. Sorry for your loss of your grandfather this week, man.
Yeah, I noticed the fans of cichlids, you know, the cichlid keepers, especially whenever I did the reveal and I showed them this commercial space, all of them had many great ideas about how many huge cichlids I could be putting in here. These huge things. Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, you can put a 10,000 gallon aquarium in there. No.
Hi, Q. Saying hi to Q, who just joined us.
Hi,
hey, Q.
And one dirty Platty.
Hey, one dirty Platty.
And Chattanooga Ed.
Hey, Chattanooga Ed. Some of my favorite people.
So if anybody streamed today, I know I'm normally in your streams. I do apologize. I've been on the road most of the day. Seattle's 3.5 hours away from me. So I did come on up and then been with Jason and eat dinner and all that good stuff. But I will watch your replays.
Yes. So, and then is Griffin going on after us? I think he is.
I'm pretty sure he'll stream. Griffin, you're streaming tonight, aren't you, sir?
And then Sean OOTD. So, 10,000 gallon shell dweller tank sounds good.
Yeah. Actually, that's Sean figured it out. This shop is going to be nothing but IBC totes filled with Shellys. Nothing but.
Absolutely. Yeah. Why not?
Okay,
No, I'm
Sean,
joking.
I really have to tell you something though. So I took out the Signatus. I did some trades and I traded my Signatus out of my 50 lowboy Shelly tank. And I had some little Similis. I thought that they wouldn't, I thought I had 2 females. And then over the course of this last year, it has multiplied into quite a few little Similis. So I took all the little Similis and we put them over in the Shelly tank. And now they're all like, oh, whoa, shells everywhere. And they're like swimming around. And even the little babies are wandering off into the nether regions of the tank. And it's just so fun to watch. So having fun.
So it looks like Griff will be going on after us. That's good. So we'll be going on over to Griff's after me and my posse here.
Yeah.
So the other thing I'm going to let people know too, on Tuesday, Danica Aquatics will be guests on Pets Alex, Diego's channel. So be sure to check that out. And then on the following Friday, we'll be on Science Gal Aquatics with Carrie. So we're looking forward to that as well. So we're going to have a busy week here.
Sean OOTD says, see, that's why I love them. I know. I'm really excited to have shell dwellers that are actually willing to multiply in the shells and not kill each other. So I'm glad I've got the Signatus out, and I'm so glad I've got the Similis. But I'm going to need to buy a few more Similis when I can find them because I want to diversify the genetics in that line. So, you know, I just started out with like 3. So I think we need to add some diversity into there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hey, Aquaballs, good to see you, sir. Larry D's in the house. Great to see you.
See, now his channel name always throws me for a loop because my dad's Larry D.
What's up, Larry D? You eating all that? Did you finish all that sambal?
Finish all the what?
We had a little bit of an echo there. This question was for Larry D. I was wondering if you knocked out all that spicy sambal I sent you, that hot sauce.
Oh.
That's not that hot. I've seen what Larry eats. That stuff was not hot for him, I'm sure.
I like hot sauce, but Ken can't handle it. He's a Norwegian.
I love hot sauce and all things spicy, and nothing touched me. Nothing touched me until I turned about 40, and then I'm like, uh-oh. The next day, it's starting.
Yeah, Ken, salt is spicy for Ken. He considers a really good.
I'm Norwegian, man. Butter's my spice. Just smother it in butter. I'm good to go, man.
So, hey, Ken, have you ever done any of that lutefisk?
Lutefisk? Absolutely. Love it. Can't get enough of it, man. What are you talking about, man? There's nothing better.
No.
I mean, if nobody knows what lutefisk is, okay, picture a codfish that your grandma or some relative would take back in the old days of the Norwegian country. We'd lay it in a big old hole and cover it in lye and let it age for about 6 to 7, 8 months. Then you pulled it out right before Thanksgiving and Christmas, and you had it.
They didn't have Thanksgiving in Norway, dear.
Whatever, but nowadays this is the American way. I'm just saying, now we eat it at Christmas time and that area around there. But it's super, kind of like cabbage or kimchi's made. It's aged in the ground, only they age it in lye. And then they bring it on out. It's just nice gelatin, mushy stuff, man. Just all kinds of goodness, smother in butter, big piece of lefse. Man, you got a sandwich that you won't believe.
Whatever. So Rocking Fish says he hopes his Lamprologus Hequi breed soon. I just saw those for the very first time here recently, and they're a pretty little fish. I really like those. So I'm hoping that yours breed too.
The thing Danielle neglected to tell you what we got in return for the Shelleys is she got 2 more of her males. What are those? It's splendens. I know that. What is the? Yeah, see, you don't.
Nanochroma splendens.
Yeah, I was going to say you don't have your little cheater sticker on the tank, so you can turn around and look. So
it's just a little foggy.
Then we got another Siptos, and what else? There was something else I got from that.
You got me another Cyprichromis.
There was something else. Oh, 3 of the Synodontis multipassionatus and catfish, the little cool cat, petricolas, I'm sorry.
Yeah, there they go.
Catfish, I'm done. Sign me up. Let's go.
Synodontis? Yeah, those are cool, man.
Hey, there's my other brother, Timmy. That's Timmy Edwards.
So,
if you guys watch my videos from the Fish Fam, he's the one that was the lead singer of that awesome band we got to watch.
He says, I do not share my brother's love for that stuff. But they want to know, redfish, bluefish, do you have a website?
Not yet. I do not. And I do have a URL. I do have all of that stuff set up and ready to go. But those are some cards I'm keeping really close to the chest, just until it's time to do the reveal.
Mm-hmm.
That will definitely be forthcoming, though, for sure.
Good. So Sean says it sounds like it's time for Danny to have a few more shell dweller tanks, LOL.
Yes. About 18 of them.
See, this is the kind of friend I need.
To say about it, it's at least 18. At least 18.
that is so true.
Yeah. Yeah, 18 with the same species, but each species is a different morph. That's just a little bit,
just a tad
and
off.
that's just to cover that one species.
So yeah, it's good stuff.
Got it. Katie said Griffin in 8 minutes. It's already been 52 minutes. It don't even seem possible.
I know.
Oh man.
Yeah, we've only got 7 minutes left.
Wow.
Craziness.
That means we're about 20 minutes away from being on the road and away from the island.
Ken just wants to move here.
Yeah. Come on, guys. We have plenty of room.
I can see us summers here, winters here, summers in the Wisconsin cottages.
Yeah.
Hit all the fish stuff along the way, and we'll commute back and forth. Yeah.
Wisconsin is known for its incredibly mild winters, isn't it?
No.
Yes, absolutely.
No. We have mild winters. We might hit actual freezing maybe 10 days or something a year. That's it. The average winter temp here on the island is about 40. It's about 40.
Oh,
40.
That's rough, ain't it, Jason? That's horrible.
I know. That's lame.
My dad was complaining it's already getting Peplin and where he lives and those guys, it's like in the 20s there already.
Oh yeah. Well, and you would think that as you get further south, you're still more or less in the middle of the country, but you go further south, that it would not be as bad. That's not the case at all anymore. That's not the case. Every time one of these Arctic northern fronts, sweeps down through the country, you have places like Mississippi and Georgia hitting like 21 or something stupid. Like that's just ridiculously cold for southern states to hit, but yet it's happening more and more, every winter.
Right.
Stephen, the biologist, sorry to hear about your son, but we're terribly glad that you came in to say hello, and I'll be sending warm thoughts and prayers for your son. Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
So hope everything goes really good there. But thank you for coming in and saying hi. We always love to see you in here.
Streetwise, good to see you as well.
Hey, Jason, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
The other Jason.
I knew who you were talking.
Yeah.
We know.
We knew where you were at. We knew where your head was at.
I think there are like 4 of them now, or 4 or 5 or something like that.
Oh no. Oh geez. So Sigla 23 is talking about something he just saw, Life Below Zero, last night. Is that one of those shows that talks about living down where it's like freezing?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I wouldn't want to do that.
Oh, I
I'm
think
a fan.
that's a reality series that follows people living in Alaska, I think.
Oh.
Like these crazy people that like, oh, I'm going to set up a Tim Hortons in the Arctic Circle or whatever. It's like, really? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think,
Crazy.
it's a reality show. I think they show like basically the extremes people have to go to live that far north. It's insanity.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, I've been Portlandized now, dude. There's no way I could live through an Illinois winter or a Wisconsin winter. I already know my limits, dude. There's no way. You tell me anywhere around 0, I mean, I am not digging. Yeah, that's a bad day. And those guys, 22, 26, 30, 35 below 0, no thanks.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I think
No.
where Candy lives gets like that too. Definitely where Pam lives. It gets gnarly cold.
Oh, yeah. And, they're somehow these insane people can still find ways to have fun. Like, build a little wooden hut, drag it out on a frozen lake, cut a hole in a frozen lake, get drunk as hell fishing around this said hole in frozen lake, pass out in a wooden shack, wake up, and that was fun. No.
Does he know your dad?
No.
No, dude. Nowadays, you have to understand. Okay, the little wooden shack nowadays, now they've converted mobile homes, put them on stilts, right? Drag them out there. You got all the comforts of home. I mean, he had he was outrageous. He had like a select bed for a bed out there, where he could take his midday nap. And he's got like a beer tap hooked out to where the peg sits out in the cold that comes through the thing. He's got a big screen TV for watching football. And then this is the part that absolutely blows my mind is got like a little recliner. Not a chair like where I'm sitting. I mean, he's got a full-fledged recliner he can kick his feet back on and be ice fishing. I'm like, Dad, this is kind of taken away from him. He's out here roughing it.
I like his style.
That's how they roll, dude. They just got all the full-fledged kitchen. Hey, who wants a margarita? Who wants this? Dude, we're supposed to be fishing, okay? I mean, come on.
Okay, so if we're gonna go ice fishing like that, okay, I'll go.
Yeah.
Fine, okay.
It's not real rough, dude. Yeah,
you mean you have a wood-burning furnace in your fishing shack?
Yeah, it's about 83 degrees in our little, rubbing it ice shanty. Yeah.
So Punchy Paint says she has to thaw out her front door so that she can get out. Fun time.
Well, we're 1 minute till, so everybody, when you're done here, please go check out Griffin's Fish Room. Awesome dude. Usually does a live panel. If you're a new channel wanting to get seen and heard, go check out Griffin, man. He's real good. He's got an awesome fish room. His video will be coming up here shortly. I'm trying to get through them, guys. But anyway, I'm going to say my closing line. As always, love your fish. Danny, what you got for everybody?
Love your fish, and thank you very much, Redfish, Bluefish, Jason, for having us up.
Thank you guys so much for coming out. It means a lot to me. I mean, you guys are the ones that deserve the thanks here. You're the ones that drove 3.5 hours up here to see me. So I got the easy side. I just bought some tacos, man. That's it.
They were good tacos too.
We'll go ahead and leave our chat. Everybody go on over to see Griffin. But Jason, what do you always say to your folks as you're leaving your channel each time?
A little piece of advice, or just like a parting words or something. Peace, love, and fish.
Nice, dude. I love it. Guys,
it.
before we get off, I want to say thank you to each and every one of my mods. I couldn't do this channel without you. Appreciate all of you. And I also appreciate my folks that take the time out of their day to watch our little humble channel. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much for coming in each week. I wanted to give a thanks to all the people who super chatted me. That was much appreciated. Anyway, guys, till next Sunday, this is Kenny E with Phantom Comics. We're out for now. Have a great night.
Bye.
Take care, guys.